Flutter is one of those Google technologies that you must try out, and each time an update is released, then there are a series of events that happen so that the public can get to know about the updates in the Flutter. So on today's episode, I'll be giving you updates on what you missed out on the very first Flutter Forward Extended in Mbarara. I have interviews, I have very many things from today's event. Hi Enoch. Can you briefly tell us about yourself?
A Flutter engineer who does a little bit of Python Fast API. But my point of specialization is purely Flutter.
Alright. We've seen you among the list of the very few speakers we had on today's event. What's one word you tell someone who missed out on today's event?
They've missed a lot. It has been perplexing to see young people that can sit and listen to new technologies. Young people that are forward-looking are hard to find these days. Unfortunately, or fortunately, it depends on where you sit at the table. These have been good.
Alright. And now, as someone who has been into tech communities, what's that one word you tell people who don't show up for tech events, just like the way some people missed out on today's event?
A miss out on today's event or tomorrow's event is a miss out on a good future for you tomorrow.
Alright, thank you so much for sharing with us. Hey, Solomon.
Hi, Sumaya.
Solomon this is the only thing I know about him apparently. He's a community lead, he's a Google developer community lead, and I think one of the very first ones we have in Uganda. Most of us look up to him and we are walking in his footprints. So Solomon, tell us about yourself.
I think I have grown up from the time I left classroom related things. I have grown to really love community. So I call myself a community lead, and something I've done for close to 10 years now. So one thing I really think is that whenever we have a passion for something, we can always make it. That's one of the reasons I am still here while also doing my other assignments.
Now, as someone who has been brought up by the community, because we've seen you in several tech communities, we've seen you push several tech communities and have been thriving, what's that one thing you tell people who don't participate in tech communities?
So one, tech communities are the only place you can grow. It's different from learning in class, where you're going to be given some kind of knowledge, but you need to add on for you to be ready for the job market. So in communities, we get to interact with so many people who I would call them like-minded people who come to share knowledge. And every time we share, definitely we get to learn more. So one, there is what they are missing in terms of learning and also sharing their knowledge. And yet, it's also a platform where we actually get to find opportunities where we can earn ourselves, our next job. So the baseline, I mean, what I would say is, people who do not get to these communities and understand what people are doing, they are missing a lot. Not only as part of growing, but also opportunities.
All right, thank you so much, Solomon. So from today's Flutter Forward event in Mbarara, it being the first one, what has your experience been like?
So one of the things I've learned is that we actually have so many people who are already doing something in Flutter. People who are using Flutter, they started I think some time back. It has been a very engaging event, looking at the questions that people have been asking. You can know that there is that energy that people have, to get into more learning and doing things around Flutter. So I think my biggest take home is that we actually have a community that can build using Flutter. And that means more technical people within the community, as opposed to what everyone else would imagine. We have more of the developers in Kampala. So for me, it has been a perfect event. And I think it gives us the energy to come back and, push this forward.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
Nice to have you here. How has been your experience from today's event?
Well, personally, it has been my first time to attend such an event, and it's really been an amazing experience. So, because I was able to learn about Flutter, about the new technologies, and personally, as a computing student, I've learned more that is ahead that I have to follow up so that I get up to the sky in the world of technology.
All right, now as a student, because you've already not attended these events, this was your first event, right?
Yes.
Now, what's that thing you would tell your classmates that those classmates that don't show up for these events?
According to the experience or the feel that I had today about the event, it provides 360 knowledge that is not offered in class. So I encourage all of them to come and attend such, because they broaden your knowledge and understanding about the tech field, and you get up to where you want to be and stand out of the crowd in the world of technology.
All right, thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
So as someone who has been into various tech communities, we've seen you travel to Nairobi for Flutter, we've seen you engage in several tech community activities. What's that one word or words you would tell people who don't participate in tech community events?
Actually, what I would say is, personally, my profile has been built in tech communities, and most of the things I actually do, the tools majorly I use for development have been built up from tech communities, which I've not. I studied actually for how many years in school, but none of those tools I'm using them right now, even though I studied from more technical school. But I am not using any of those tools. But the community has actually built me to use the current tools being used in development today.
All right, thank you so much for sharing. Briefly tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Mbararas, I'm a software developer. Also,
As someone who has moved through different tech communities, what has been your experience like on today's event? This is the first Flutter Forward event we have in Mbarara, so what has been your experience?
being the first time at the village in Mbarara, I have been more active as well. I feel there is more to come, but today's event has been impactful.
All right. Now, for someone who has been into several tech communities, what's that thing you would tell people who don't participate in tech community activities?
I think they should be more passionate about tech because it's the way to go.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing. Someone who has been participating in community events, what's that thing that she's learned that she's not gotten from elsewhere, maybe lecture rooms, but you've only gotten it from community events?
First and foremost, I would say networking, which is basically a major factor that will drive you throughout the career of development. Because ideally it means nothing to develop things for yourself and you know them by yourself and use them by yourself. You have to network with people who may help you push your products out and also to get known.
Alright. Now, as someone who has been participating, you've seen the beauty of tech events, you've gained a lot from tech communities. What's that one thing you would tell a student out there? Because I believe you have classmates who never show up for tech events. What's one word you would tell them?
What I would tell them sincerely is they're missing out a lot. If they really want to be tech guys, they're missing out a lot and they're taking a wrong path.
Alright, thank you so much for sharing.